Hello students, today we are going to start with the comparative study of hearts in vertebrates. So in the vertebrates we will see here the heart of fishes, amphibians, reptiles, apes and the mammals. So first of all we'll see the heart of the fishes. Okay, so in case of the fishes, what is present? In case of amphibia, how many chambers of heart is there? In the reptiles and in case of the birds and mammals, what is the chamber, how the blood heart is present. So everything you are going to be seen now. First of all, see the fishes. So in case of the fishes, the heart, that is two chambered. Okay, remember it is two chambered. Now if you see the heart, you can see this is the heart here. Okay, oh sorry, it's like this. Okay, so here normally here we are going to have two chambers. These are the primary chambers and two of the chambers, they are the secondary chambers. So first of all, this is the auricle. Normally whenever you see the auricle and the ventricle, see here what is happening, the heart is twisted. Okay, so first of all here you can see this is the auricle and this is the ventricle. Okay, so these are the two chambers, these are the primary chambers and these are the two secondary chambers. These are the sinus venosus, this is the conus arteriosus. Conus arteriosus and sinus venosus, these are the two secondary chambers, and auricles and ventricles, these are the primary chambers. Now the heart that will pump the deoxygenated blood only. So that's why this heart is called as the venous heart. Why it is called as the venous heart? Because this sinus venosus will take the deoxygenated blood, it will go to the auricle, then to the ventricle, and from the conus arteriosus it will be pumped outside. Okay, so this is the fish's heart. This is two chambered heart. It will pump only the deoxygenated blood. Now after that, let's just move to the next, that is the amphibian heart. Okay, so what is happening in case of the amphibia? In the amphibia, this is how many chambered? This is three chambered, and here you have to remember that in case of them, that heart will mix the blood. So mixing of blood occurs. Okay, so mixing of blood will occur. Right, now if you see the heart, it will be look like this. Okay, so here the twisting of heart will occur. Ventricle, which is present above in case of the fishes, that will go down. That is, here this is the ventricle. Above that we will have the auricle, but yes, two auricles will be there. This is the left auricle, this is the right auricle. So with the auricle, which secondary chamber is there? Sinus venosus. So with the right side, the sinus venosus will be present, but in the left side, that is not present. Okay, now to see what is happening from the left side, the oxygenated blood will enter. Okay, here oxygenated blood will enter, and from the right side deoxygenated blood will enter via the sinus venosus into the right atrium, and from the right atrium to the ventricle, and from the ventricle it will go outside, isn't that? Now wherever in the fishes the conus arteriosus was there, that will blend with another artery and it will be known as now the truncus arteriosus. Okay, so this is called as truncus arteriosus, where both the oxygenated as well as deoxygenated blood will pump outside. So here, that's why we will say here that mixing of blood occurs. So here this is the amphibian heart, which is three chambered, the two auricles that will go above and two ventricles, one ventricle that will go below. So that's why here during the evolution of the heart, twisting of the heart occurs. That means in case of the auricles, it is present below in the fishes, that will go upside in case of the amphibian. It will continue to the reptiles also, apes and mammals too. Now the next thing, if it is coming to the sinus venosus, that will also go along with the auricle and it is present above towards the right side, and the auricle that will get divided due to the presence of the interauricular septum. This is the interauricular septum. Due to the presence of this interauricular septum, the two auricles are divided into right auricle and the left auricle. Right auricle will carry deoxygenated blood and left auricle will carry oxygenated blood. Till the auricle will have the blood that will not gonna mix. They are both auricle and the right and the left auricle that will have separate type of blood. Whenever both these two auricle will pump the blood to the single ventricle, in the ventricle blood will mix, and that's why whenever the ventricle will pump, the truncus arteriosus that will carry both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood as well. Okay, so this is what actually is found in case of the amphibians. Now after that come to the next, that is in case of reptilia. These reptiles, if you see, these are the two auricles, right and left auricle, they are already present. Which is present here, the sinus venosus, that is actually get blended with the right auricular valve, and it is very much thinner. Okay, this is the left auricle. Okay, in the left auricle already the pulmonary veins are present which will take the oxygenated blood from the lungs, and here this is the ventricle. Already in the auricles what we have seen, the interauricular septum. Now this interauricular septum will go beyond and it will try to form the interventricular septum, but this interventricular septum is not complete. So that's why ventricle, though it is started to divide into two chambers, but it is not. So that's why what we will call it, that yes, in case of the reptiles the heart is incompletely four chambered or 3.5 chambers. So it is incompletely four chambered heart. Okay, this is the incompletely four chambered heart. Okay, why? Because this interventricular septum, it's not complete. Now here what will happen, this right side, okay, from this right side the deoxygenated blood will enter, it will go to the ventricle, and from this left side oxygenated blood will come enter. Okay, and here what will happen, in the ventricle it is going to get mixed, right, and here it is above it, the truncus arteriosus, that will be divided into three aortic arcs. One will carry oxygenated blood, two of them that will carry deoxygenated blood. So here this is the reptiles, but here one exception is there. What is that exception? This crocodile. So in case of this crocodile, already I have told you in the animal kingdom chapter that this crocodile or crocodilus, which is going to have completely four chambered heart. Okay, four chambered heart is present in case of the crocodile. This is the reptiles. After that, let's just move to the ape and mammals. In case of the ape and mammals, what is happening? Completely four chambered heart, where the mixing of blood will not at all will occur. That means here completely separate flow of oxygenated blood, completely separate flow of deoxygenated blood will occur. Here we are going to have completely two separate chambers, right? And here it is going to be completely two separate auricle, two separate ventricles. So first of all, here what will happen to this sinus venosus? That sinus venosus will get completely attached to the auricular valve. Okay, rather from this side what we will have, inferior vena cava, from here superior vena cava, and this is the coronary artery present, which will take the deoxygenated blood from the lower side of the body, upper side of the body, as well as the heart itself. It will go down to the right ventricle. Similarly, from this side, left side, the pulmonary vein will carry the oxygenated blood from the lungs. It will go down to the ventricle, that is left ventricle, and here the blood will be pumped outside. So here to carry it, we are going to have separate, this is the pulmonary artery, and here we will have the systemic artery. Okay, this is the systemic artery, and this is the pulmonary artery. This is the pulmonary artery. Okay, so we are going to have completely separate systemic artery, which will pump the oxygenated blood to the different parts of the body, and the pulmonary artery, which will carry the deoxygenated blood to the heart, to the lung, so that it can go to the lung and can get oxygenated. Now Here there is a difference between the heart of the apes and the mammals. What is the difference? First of all, if it is a systemic artery, then if it is the right side, the systemic artery, if it is twisted to the right side, what we will call this is the heart of the ape. And if the systemic artery is going to the left side, okay, then it is the heart of the mammals. Okay, so this is the heart of the all of the vertebrates. I hope you understand. You have to see once it again, try to draw by yourself how to draw all this part. You just see the video, try to draw, practice it, and it will be important for you. And if you see the evolution of the heart, then you will understand that twisting of the heart will occur. First of all, in the fishes, the auricle is present below and ventricle was present above, right? And if you see right from the fishes to the mammals, what we can see, the secondary chambers, they will start to decrease. That's a sinus venosus and conus arteriosus that will start to go decrease, and at one period of time it will be completely get blended. And if you see this primary chambers, that is auricles and the ventricles, if you see, then you will understand these auricles are completely from first one chamber to divide and form the four chamber. That means two auricles and two ventricles. So that's why we'll able to understand that the secondary chambers will start to degenerate and primary chambers that will get divided and become more and more chambers. So yes, that is the comparative study structure. We have seen morphology of the heart of fishes, amphibia, reptile, and the apes and mammals. I hope you understand. So that's all about the video. In the next video, we will see the heart of the mammals. In human heart, we will see. So that's all about the video. I hope you understand. Thank you.